Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel UiPath Dynamos. In today's video, we are going to discuss about one of the powerful tool called UiPath Test Manager Connect. This UiPath Test Manager Connect will help you to connect with different ALM tools. Nearly 61 plus ALM tools are going to connect and seamless integration we can implement by using this particular tool. So in today's video, I'm taking one of the use case UiPath Test Manager to Azure DevOps. You are really excited? If yes, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel to get such content. If you like this video, kindly please like and share with your friends, which will be help you out to implement this integration. Why should you use UiPath Test Manager? All we get this question when I have to use this UiPath Test Manager Connect. Already, I have the native connectors. Why should I have to use UiPath Test Manager? Right? To answer this particular question, if you go to your Test Manager Cloud instance, where you can see if you already been created this particular integration, you can see the already created connections. But if you want to create a new connection, especially for the Azure DevOps, Jira, or X-Ray, you you don't find an option to create the native connection. See, earlier when we click over here, we can see here the options to create this integration. But now this particular integrations cannot be created because these native connectors are being deprecated. So the only way to synchronize your data is using UiPath Test Manager Connect. Hope it clears the query. What is UiPath Test Manager Connect? So we understand that this is UiPath Test Manager Connect is a tool which can help you to integrate with other ALM tools. These are some popular tools which we can implement the integration with UiPath Test Manager. There's Jira, X-Ray, ServiceNow, and Azure DevOps Test Drive. Not only these limited tools, there are other tools are also being supportable. So these are the some of the tools which I'm showcasing over in the presentation. These are the other tools you can get to understand. If I take you to the application, you will get to know what are the different tools which is being supportable this UiPath Test Manager Connect. And few of the other points to discuss about UiPath Test Manager Connect. The first one, it is like the styles of the integration. So all the customers, they are not interested with the bidirection, right? Say they want to apply some kind of an limitation that I want synchronization only from ADO to UiPath, not vice versa. In such kind of scenarios also being supportable by this UiPath Test Manager Connect. And do we need to write any piece of the code to implement this integration? No, we don't need to write any piece of the code to implement this particular integration. It's like a point and click configuration to implement this entire integration. And also, what is a model-based integration? In upcoming slides, we are going to learn about model-based integration very deep. So we will discuss more on this particular model-based integration over there. And also coming to the next liner, making it easy to scale to hundreds of the projects. So by using this particular model-based integration, you no need to create for each project, you no need to create a separate integration. If you create an integration, that same integration we are going to use for the other projects as well. The meaning, I implemented the integration for a project A. Should I have to implement again the same integration for the project B? No. The answer is no. So you can use the same integration, just adding this particular B project to existing integration. There are certain limitations which we can discuss in the demo while implementing this particular one. Let's start the use case implementation. Today's use case is we are going to implement the integration between UiPath Test Manager and Azure DevOps. Okay, before implementing this particular use case, we need to understand one of the concept called model-based integration. Why we have to use this model-based integration in UiPath Test Manager Connect. So, first of all, I'll call out the definition. The model acts as a universal translator, converting and normalizing the data as it flows between the system. So by using this particular definition, we understand that model is a kind of a centralized hub. Okay. So if we are creating the integration, the data will ultimately come to your model. Example. So if I am implementing the integration between UiPath Test Manager to Azure DevOps, so I cannot directly integrate from UiPath to Azure DevOps, from Azure DevOps to UiPath. I have to connect to my model. So UiPath Test Manager needs to connect to model. The model needs to connect to Azure DevOps. This is the centralized hub where it holds the data. Why they implemented in such way? Why? What is the exact purpose of this particular model? So I can help you out to understand. So when you are synchronizing the fields from one tool to another tool, the field's data type will not be supportable by the other two. Example, I'll call it an example where UiPath description supports multi-line. In Jira description, that if does not support a multi-line, in such scenario, I have to convert my UiPath Test Manager description multi-line to a single line. That single line I need to transfer to Jira description field. So such conversions will happen on model-based integration. Okay, in such a way, and not only that particular one, there is a lot of other benefits with this particular model-based integration. And the number of integrations will also get reduced. If number of tools increases, the number of integrations get reduced by using this particular model-based integration. Okay, so hope you understand in a simpler way this model-based integration. Let's see what exactly in the demo we are going to look. So from using UiPath Test Manager Connect, we are going to see here what integration we are going to implement. Okay, we can synchronize bidirectional way requirement to either epic. You can choose whatever the story type, epic or story or whatever it may be. It depends upon your integration you are implementing. So the requirement, if you create a requirement, it has to create an epic. It has to create a user story. It depends upon your requirement completely. If you are creating a test set, it has to create a test suite in Azure DevOps. If you're creating a test case, it has to create a test case. If you see the test case is a one direction, not a bidirectional. It supports, I mean, like this UiPath Test Manager Connect supports the bidirectional. If you see here the limitation, supports the bidirectional, but only the problem is like the UiPath Test Manager APIs does have the limitation that the status cannot be updated. So that's why it is only supportable by the one directional. So what we are implementing here, it is like UiPath Test Manager test execution and test case log, even the synchronization we are going to see, and also the defect. So if I raise a defect in UiPath Test Manager, how it is being creating in the Azure DevOps. What are the different steps? If I want to start my integration, what are the different steps I have to follow? So if you are implementing any integration, always you have 4 steps. 4 steps. These are these 4 steps. The first one, it is like connect repository. The next one, define a model. Third one, creating a collection mapping. And the fourth one, finalize the integration. Let's see in a simpler way to understand this particular one. The first one, connect repositories. It talks about authentication. So internally, UiPath Test Manager Connect also uses the APIs. If I want to call any API, I require authentication. Like, so in connect repositories, what we do here, it is like we will implement that authentication. And also you have the other configurations, which are the other configurations related to this particular API. How many APIs, rate limit of the API, and these all the configurations which is being available in the connect repository. Define a model. As I said, it's a centralized hub. You have to define how many fields I need to synchronize between one tool to another tool. Till you will get to understand if you go to an example. Okay. Create collection mapping. So you have to map the fields. The date in UiPath Test Manager, the fields where should it has to sync in the other tool, meaning Azure DevOps, where it should has to render. Finalize the integration. Start the integration to flow this particular data.